Welcome back. Oh shit, I spelled space wrong. Keck. Right, let's see if this works. We're capturing. Switch over to that. Pause that. Turn that on. We played Lifeless Planet some time ago. What is this resolution? And it was very cool. Very cool little explore 'em up kind of thing. And this is the sequel. During the Cold War, two great superpowers sought to dominate the skies and space. So began a great space race as the Soviet Union and the United States spent billions attempting to fly farther and faster into the unknown. During this time, dozens of test pilots died, sacrificing their lives to help humankind reach for the stars. Okay.
Houston, come in. Hello? Hello?
Okay.
It's so dark down here. How did we get into this crater?
How do we get out?
Look, there's a canyon leading out of the crater.
Why do you keep vanishing? What was that? Was that there before? I want to say that wasn't there before. I wonder if I have to jump across this.
Whoa. This wasn't here before, was it? No, definitely not.
That's what I said. Looks like a jump puzzle. Another one.
I've never seen lunar geography like this.
Mission anomaly. Mission is currently off nominal. Crewmate discovered a point light phenomenon, investigated, missing, and followed, and now I'm trapped in a deep crater. May have suffered a low suit pressure or low oxygen event. Seem to have lost time. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, we're out. We just like the hell? What is going on?
What happened to the sky? Something's really wrong here, partner. Man, I wish you'd talk with me.
My brain is struggling to process what's going on here. I'm hearing sounds where there shouldn't be sound, seeing unimaginable things, and yet it all feels extremely real. I don't have any rational explanation for the events of the last hour. Hours? Pressing on as methodically as I can. I need to establish some kind of comms with Houston. I'll feel a lot better if I can speak with Capcom. I don't think we got anything else going on in here.
Hey, I think I see something up ahead. Oh my god, this can't be real.
Okay.
Wow, look at this. Something destroyed all the buildings at the edge of town.
They're spoopy. It's like something out of a pulp novel. A bunch of my colleagues are scientists, but I don't think any of them could explain with any authority how there's a town on the damn moon. We're in the realm of theories now. Teleportation, light travel, can't rule anything out. Staring at it won't change the fact that it's here. I need to investigate one step at a time, into the abyss of the unknown. Guess we go check out the diner.
We need a key to open this door.
Machine shop. What is that? I thought I saw a person. Thought that was a silhouette of a person. I don't know. Is it the moon or a moon? Did the dude just, like, pass out? This is all a dream. We go this way? Huh. He did say the sky looks weird. And there is, like, either dust clouds or atmosphere. What is this? Documents. Reversion attempt. Working together, several of us were able to connect a power cable from the chamber to the device. We all know that this is just grasping at straws, but the hope is we can flood the core with an opposite power flow. The engineer postulates this will spark a kind of reversion effect, kicking off another iteration of the event, but in the reverse. It's a terribly dangerous idea, but the only one we have right now that might restore the town's location in space-time. Something massive over there. Another document. Oh, it's a long one. I delayed writing this entry for 3 days, but I can't ignore it anymore. I keep experiencing the most inexplicable things. Objects I dream about keep appearing to me after I wake. Last week I dreamed I was back in our living room. Nothing exceptional, but in my dream I noticed the small blue vase that sat on the end table. Then a couple hours after I woke up, I saw it again, right there in this room. I didn't know how to react, so I called to the biologist to confirm I was really seeing this object in the real world. When I turned back around, it was gone. This scenario has repeated itself 2 more times since. Most recently, I dreamed of my old coin collection. When I woke up, I consciously raised my hand and opened my palm. Somehow in my gut, I knew what I would see. There was the coin from my dreams. And yet, a moment later, the ethereal token vanished from my hands in a shower of ribbon-like sparks. Dr. Emily Watson. Oh. Large pipes have been jammed into these generators. It looks like sabotage. I wonder who did this and how. This must have taken tremendous strength. Do we go down here? Oh, yes. Why do you need a vacuum chamber on the moon? And this lab was teleported here as well. Chamber door code. The current code for the vacuum chamber door, 1X34. Activate with control room computer. Keep control room door locked when not in use.
Dr. Emily Watson, research scientist at the Muir Center. On Monday, my engineer suggested revising the power input. Somehow, this small modification initiated a runaway reaction, spawning a teleportation event at much greater scale than we imagined possible.
Teleportation of the... What's that done? Okay. Yeah, does she mean the teleportation of the lab or the town? Oh, here we go. We found another code, another document. This is Dr. Emily Watson, research scientist at the Muroc Flight Research Center. Earlier this morning, four colleagues and I were conducting an experiment in the vacuum chamber. Specifically, we were hoping to gain insight into the idea that antimatter particles are actually regular particles traveling backwards in time. We had tried for months to initiate a small-scale teleportation of electrons, but with no success. On Monday, my engineer suggested revising the power input based on Soviet research. Somehow, this small modification initiated a runaway reaction, spawning a teleportation event at much greater scale than we imagined possible. Long-form version of the voice note, right? What new horror is this? I worried the technician was on the brink of a breakdown yesterday. But today I fear it is me who is falling apart. We were working in the vacuum chamber, and as he was handing me a tool, I saw his arm was covered in terrible blisters. I immediately flashed back to my sister's last days as her body wasted away in that dreadful hospital. I let out a small shriek and dropped the experiment. He instinctively reached out to comfort me, and I saw his skin was completely normal. As I think about it now, the best scenario is that I was hallucinating. But when I close my eyes, I see those awful sores, and I can't shake the idea his arm actually changed somehow. Meet around here. Okay. Dog farted, went to the other end of the bed, back to sleep. Yep. Classic. Why would he want to sit in his own fart? That's for you. I'm only going over here because I can see a little pinprick of light, which usually means something. Yeah, more notes. A cavity. This lava tube provided a cavity for the vacuum chamber. This is far more fortunate than most areas that become fused into the rocks during the teleportation event. The people in those sections, I guess they're statues now. Oh, what have we done? Okay. We can't do anything with this because we need to get into there, right? And that's still closed. Good night, Sky. Have a good kip. Cheers for hanging. We go over there. Or should we go and just look at this? Go and do what we're told. She renamed it, didn't we? Oh. There's a key. Diner key or control room key? Okay, just says key. Search the school. Hello, Vlexa. Hello. How do? Why don't I just like jump? It's the moon. You know, I should be able to just float down to the ground. You missed the end of Procession to Calvary. Be available on YouTube tomorrow. Here we go. Doing well, playing this. There's a follow-up to a game called Lifeless Planet. We played a few years ago. I don't think there's going to be much actual difficult puzzling. It's just an explore 'em up. You know, story strong and all the rest of it. These were my countrymen. Their names live on in my heart. They died together, yet terribly alone. Torn from the world, thrown to a rock hundreds of thousands of miles away, their last words were silent, asphyxiated screams into the horrible nothingness that greeted them here. Burying them would have meant ignoring their sacrifice. They sleep here now, preserved memories, icy angels who pioneered our future. Yes. Oh, I didn't notice the body bags. Yeah, it's more about exploring, understanding the story as much as anything else.
Tell me you're seeing this. They're all frozen. Looks like someone gathered up the corpses and brought them in here. Seems like only the research scientists survived the teleportation event.
There's another key. You can tell me what it's for? Oh, for the diner. So yeah, some kind of experiment. Looks like a whole town got teleported onto the moon. A personal letter. Hey Laura, I'm sorry about how we left things last week. Soon my work here will be done and we can take a trip somewhere nice. Just you and me. I'm sick of this desert. Sick of working so hard for these obsessive, uptight engineers and scientists. I miss you, my dear. Do not step on the bodies, please. I'm concerned about the chair. We'll come back to that. Oh, it's the names. Amy Fulton, 28. Is that good or bad? It's on the list. Just wanted something short. Because we...
Alright, I hate to say it's all making sense, but this has got to be related to that huge explosion out in the desert a couple years ago. They thought an experiment at the research center destroyed half the town and killed a bunch of people, remember? They never found anything except a huge crater in the ground. Well, if my eyes are not deceiving me, the explosion wasn't really an explosion, but some kind of teleportation event that just transported everything to the moon.
Duh, obviously. Discovered frozen bodies in the school. I can't imagine the pain that these poor souls experienced. suffocation, decompression sickness for anyone lucky enough to survive. There must be more somewhere. Haven't found their bodies. Could they have made it through any of this? I'll keep looking. Their families deserve answers. What did that little symbol mean? Oh, we've gone first person. Have we gone first person or are we just... What? Oh, weird. It's like a... like an old school... almost like the Seventh Guest style. Bulletin board. New Mac record. 5th of January 67. He's watching. Do not discuss plans outside the vacuum chamber. Anybody else hear the voices? Okay. Maybe just put it down. Why is the coffee machine running? So yeah, that's at the moment the thought. This town got teleported to the moon. Player character is an astronaut who was on the moon and found a hey, he wasn't there before.
Commander, you should never have let me fly that day. You knew I wasn't ready.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Oh, we know where to use that key. So yeah, the town was allegedly transported. But then also, I'm not sure if at the same time or a separate incident, but so also was the lab that was doing the teleportation. This one here. There's another big crater over there, which we haven't gone to look at yet. I'm kind of doing the things it's telling me to do rather than not. So I'm going to go and do something it's not telling me to do. It's a big hole. Because we're going down there going down there later. We are going rogue. That's how I usually do things, but it's probably pretty tightly controlled. It's a one guy thing. This is what it means, so allowing you to go too far off the beaten path is not that easy. Anyway, he has a vision of how he's going to tell his story. Yeah, this is the underground lab. But luckily, some of it was teleported into this lava tube.
Today, when the chamber reached target pressure, there was an explosion of light. We experienced a severe shockwave that momentarily knocked everyone unconscious. I question my sanity as I say these words. The entire research center and most of the town are no longer located on Earth.
What's this? Okay. No, nothing was in a sphere. So everyone in the town suffocated. Or froze to death. Or both. Interesting. So what do you think I'm supposed to do? Can I combine things? Oh, I can. Okay. Oh. Wait, is there? Are these the same? They look the same to me. But what am I supposed to do? Oh. It was the pattern in the note. I thought the X was they hadn't written the letter. You know, like a scrubbed out letter, but what it meant is number 2 was supposed to be off. It had 1X34, so I thought it was like, oh, guess the number, and it's obviously a 2. But it meant off. Pretty cool looking.
I don't have time to explain now, but we found a device that could be our way of escape. I'm locking the key to the generator here inside the vacuum chamber. The door should be strong enough to keep him out.
Who?
You must get to the caves.
Keep who out? Keep who out? Did I... Did I get the key? Yes, okay. Presuming that's that bit I just went to go and have a look at. I'm concerned about the keep him out bit, though. For this. Yep. Uh-oh. Have you been sent here to find things out, or just happened to be on the way? The implication of was that it was just a regular old moon landing. And whilst exploring, found there was like a little rift in the air, which teleported us to the crater we started in. Hold on, we've missed some notes. I think I'm starting to lose my mind. I must be hallucinating. I watched as he materialized from a million tiny strands, a tangle of filaments assembling before my very eyes. Impossible. He died in that test flight years ago. I'll never forget the trauma of that terrible day. This wasn't him. My mind is playing tricks on me. And maybe I could actually believe that if I were not holding in my hand a very real key that my dead friend left behind. My only comfort the last couple of hours has been visions of my crewmate from the Moonlander. But his familiar spacesuit has also taken an unstable form. Each time I see him, his body appears to assemble and disassemble in a deeply unsettling display. I held out hope that my fellow astronaut was still alive, but now that I've seen a dead man reanimated in the same way, I wonder if any of this is real. I located the device the research scientists spoke about. It seems to be a kind of portal. Under normal circumstances, I'd be insane to walk into this thing, but these are not normal circumstances. My suit levels are low and I'm out of ideas. The scientist said she thought this would provide an escape. Maybe it will get me back to the lander at least. Or maybe... Can't say more now. I'm out of time. Wish me luck. What's the worst that could happen? Jump into a giant teleporter. Inside the lunar cave system, I managed to power up the device. When approached, it stunned me with a flash of light. I think somehow the energy release knocked me to the other side of the device, but I still seem to be in the same cave system. Honestly, I can't be sure. I still haven't been able to join up with my crewmate. I've seen him a few times now and I can hear him over the comms now and again, but it's clear that we're operating in different time states. It appears he is still here with me, but living a few minutes into the future. I can't make sense of any of this. All I can do is try to document what I'm experiencing here. If we don't make it home, at least there will be a record of what happened to us.
Hey, are you with me? I thought I saw you there for a minute. Look, I don't know if you can see or hear me, but I'm going to scout up ahead. See if there's a way out of these caves.
Water.
You're going to come across an elevator in a minute or so. There's a generator nearby you can use to power it up.
We seem to have forgotten about the fact that there was somebody else following us, or the lady was scared of. That she locked the key away from. This is just a long version of the voice notes, I think. The door should be strong enough to keep him out. The things we've learned here have enabled us to unlock such amazing creative power. The unusual flora and fauna continue to reveal more discoveries every day. We've already been able to initiate over a dozen novel state changes. I feel we'll soon be able to use this knowledge to generate nearly any kind of matter. And yet, with these seemingly limitless abilities, all I seem to be able to think about lately is our lake cabin. I can feel the warm breeze, hear the birds, the gentle water lapping against the old wood docks. We may be trapped here forever, but I feel that's how much time I'll need to fathom the invisible mysteries of what I experienced that summer. Okay, I'm assuming the notebook's just another telling me where to go. Yeah, take the elevator. Explore the cave. Da, 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 da. This is fine. This looks safe. We're still in low gravity, so... why is there tension music?
Whoa! Some weird stuff going on here.
You might be right, Vlexa. We're going to see something hideous happen to him. And know that it's going to happen 2 minutes in the future or whatever. Oh, crap. There's like a green puff down there. Kick by Spooky. Tiff's stopping by. We just need to get good at the old jumping, do we? Maybe? Yeah. Oh, you're staying. Kick by because I'm going to die, you mean? Yeah. I did wonder. Oh, what's this? Green glowing things are safe to pick up, right? Right. Oh. What's this? It's the rules, Spikey. for a way to power the strange ring. What's the relevance of this weird ball? Can we get up there? No. I'm hearing weird noises. Right. Gotta have something to do with this, right? Why not just shove it in there? What's this? What? What? I don't know what I'm doing. Most people pee in their sweets. Don't they? What are you supposed to do? That's like a boat dock thing. Ooh. It's not just taking us back where we were able to get to before. No, look, there we go. Wait.
Hello? Do you read me? Where are we? What is this place?
It does look very Halo-y, doesn't it? There's a light over there. Green things up there. You go check out the house. Look for a tool. Look for a tool. There's something going on in this direction. Not? Okay, maybe not. I'm gonna hazard a guess that the water's not great when it's that colour. Fossil fish. Discovered a fossil fish skeleton. not unlike those I collected from the Green River Formation back home in Wyoming. This begs a curious question: is this fossil an actual natural artifact from this world, or is it another illusion? In any case, if I had to guess the species, it looks similar to a Diplomystus, a distant relative of fish like sardines. I see a guitar. My old guitar for my favourite granddaughter. Now you can enjoy the music long after I'm gone. It was the obvious joke, though. I'm surprised you didn't get there first, Flexer. What have I just picked up? Oh, a hammer. Okay. What's that? There's another green glowy thing. I'm not sure how much freedom there is to go rogue. Like I said, because I think... So we did go to that area, right? On the moon. That was ahead of where we were supposed to be going, but you couldn't do anything until you just got that key. So I think... I guess a lot of it's going to be like that. It is just a case of exploring and experiencing the story the way the writer wanted you to experience it. Didn't die in the water. Okay. Glowing green water is safe. Kids. Oh god. Are we going to get jumped on by another dead test pilot? A dog? Any of these open? Wait. Where am I? Oh, okay. Oh, it's a cat. And a puzzle, I guess. Can I turn this around? No.
He was here last night. His destructive acts are getting really personal now. I found a torn piece of Molly's photo today. I can't find the other pieces. How cruel to tear up a photo of someone's cat. It's the petty act of an insecure bully. But I'm more worried about his recent violent outbursts.
August 7th, 1972. Finally, progress. This morning I successfully tested the device by augmenting the input power schema and modifying the copper windings, I was able to induce the resonant frequency in the substrate. Then it was just the matter of adjusting my little array of lenses and mirrors to focus the seed image. I didn't share my colleagues' optimism that we could ever reproduce the technology we first saw on the moon, but despite my skepticism, I was the first one to succeed. Grandpa always said only the toughest minds can answer the hardest questions. I guess in this case he was right. Oh, good night, Vlexa. Cheers for hanging. Have a good kip. Ooh. Wait, so if I... This is fine. Oh, there's the cat. We made a cat. Did we make the cat's owner? This is fine. I was sitting out on the dock today, dangling my toes in the water like I do every afternoon, when suddenly I heard my grandfather's voice behind me. Of course I have a habit of talking to him, and I feel like he's with me in so many ways, but this was nothing like that. I heard his actual voice. Then I turned and saw him plain as day. I just stood there staring, and before I could muster a reply, he vanished into the ground in a tangle of vines. On some level, I knew it was the technician. He's become so vile, so hurtful, but for just a moment I believed the illusion, and now I've been sobbing for the last hour. The technician.
You should not be here!
Ooh. If there's any consolation, I don't want to be here. This planet, wherever and whatever it is, continues to reveal two very different sides. In the caves, I was able to initiate a kind of creative event that spawned structures both living and man-made. The nature of their formation was again a kind of sub-assembly of small and intricate strands, almost like a decomposition process in reverse. I feel utterly unable to make sense of what I'm seeing, but the effect is that barren and lifeless ground gives rise to immeasurably complex forms. What's more, this woman seems to have unlocked the secret of the phenomenon, at least in part. I've witnessed an experiment, no, I actually triggered the experiment myself, that spawned a living, breathing animal before my eyes. Whatever this force of nature, it is both wonderful and frightening. I had another vivid encounter with a human, or what seemed to be human. This time, a young woman. In every appearance she seems real, and yet she too seems to materialize in and out of existence. The effect is similar to how my crewmate appears to me, and more disturbingly, how my long-dead friend vanished after our encounter in the diner. But this woman also defies the laws of gravity and space. She flies through the air, seemingly at will. Is she one of the survivors of the experiment in the research center? Whatever the case, she seems to be guiding me towards some kind of objective. I get the sense that despite her incredible abilities, she somehow needs my help. There's been mention of shapeshifters and the technician. What did you leave behind? I don't think that was there before, was it?
I bet you're wondering where we are. Think about an artist making a painting. First, she sees it in her mind, right? So, what if there was a system that could take something from the mind of the artist and create the painting on its own?
You following? I spotted these earlier. Oh, there we go. We needed to make one of those so we could get up there. I'm still at a loss to explain my encounter back in the diner. My old friend appeared to me in what I assumed was a stress-induced hallucination. But several revelations now suggest there is something more at work. I've learned some of the survivors have experienced similar visions of objects or even other humans materializing before them. I myself have now witnessed several such incidents. Some of the documents I've uncovered, suggest there is a physical phenomenon at work. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced. And what's worrisome is that this technology, or whatever it is, has been corrupted somehow. There's talk of a technician who is using the phenomenon to torment the others with false visions. Was I a victim of his illusions in the diner? What's with these things? Oh, there's more of them. Oh. Puzzle time, I think. I don't think we were supposed to do anything else. There was a note. My paradise is doomed. The ecosystem itself is thriving, but my access to this world is being cut off. A few weeks ago, he created massive walls at the edge of my beautiful world. Worse, every day since, the walls move closer to the cabin. Normally, I'd just fly over the walls, but every time I try that, an invisible and brutal force smashes me to the ground. But there's still some hope. I think I may have discovered a way to redirect the beam through a series of the energy rocks. With enough concentration, I believe I can break through his terrible barrier. Was she originally human? Oh, I just got a Chivo for finding this guy. We're gonna like get up onto that pile of stuff over there, haven't we? How are we going to get upwards? Oh, here we go. Guess it's all lake house related. That's why they've got the... I don't appear to be able to do anything. Ooh. What happens if I turn this on? Now we've got the... There's a couple of things we could shoot. We could try shooting that. Uh-oh! It's fine. It's fine, we're on the moon. Or not. I don't really know anymore. Wait, what? Oh, can I not just point it at that or at that over there? I guess when it said find an object, I literally have to go and get something maybe and put it on the end there. I'm guessing we need to go to this green pile of green goo over here. There's something down there. I want to go and collect that. I think it's just the kitty again. Meow. Oh, I didn't get another Chivo. Make it. Ooh. Anything else up here? I'm finding this world is host to some very unusual geology. These green rocks seem like they belong here, like they're native, but strangely they're visibly glowing. Might be radioactive. I suspect these rocks may have use as some kind of power source. There's so much here I still don't know. It's kind of obvious you don't know shit. You've been here for like 3 minutes. Whee! Okay, back over here. Oh! God, I thought I was going to miss. And then we stick it on here, right? Seems the obvious thing to do. Or not. There we go. And that's reflecting it over there. Knew it. A good night, Spooky. Have a good kip. Another week in paradise. Quite. Have a good start of your week. Catch you next time. Oh, hello. This flying lady. You were right the first time. Well, there's another reflection thing going on here. Generally, we need to move this mirror a bit to point it at that thing, but I'm not going to do that just yet. Until I've had a look around. A huge experiment. My grandfather often joked that I never had big thoughts. I had enormous thoughts. I guess he's right, because today I've embarked on a truly massive experiment. It occurred to me that there's no theoretical limit to the size of the creative events. To the size of the creative events. By scaling up the inputs, I'm also able to scale up the output. Sure, I haven't yet been able to sustain the energy levels long enough, but yesterday there was a brief moment where I was able to excite the hills on the other side of the valley. I'm nervous about what is to come, but I can't stop now. If I succeed at this test, I will attempt to reactivate the portal ring on the mountain. With luck, I can use it to reunite with Dr. Watson. Hopefully she can help me put an end to the madness here. Okay, well, let's point the thing at the thing. Why has dramatic music started? I assume we just have to point it at that thing over there.
He's coming. I told you not to be here.
I don't know where else I should be. the architect then, or whatever. Oh. It's right here. How do I use it? Do I just go through it? Yeah, look. The lady's here. Now where are we? Through another portal. Before I could get answers from the young woman, someone or something nearly killed us. I believe there are other people on this planet as well, including a research scientist. We're searching for her now with great caution. I'm still unable to communicate with my crewmate, though I've managed to get some limited but useful information from him. Whatever is causing this disconnect, the effect is quite frustrating. Hopefully we'll manage to meet up again. I guess forwards.
Wow. I thought the moon was desolate.
That looks like very big bones.
Looks like a dry ocean bed. Are these whale fossils?
Bones appear to be from a bowhead whale, a species of baleen whale. These creatures use long filter strips attached to their massive skulls to capture food in their huge mouths, the largest mouth of any creature on Earth. This is the only baleen whale to live in the Arctic, and they regularly crack through the ice with their thick skulls to breach the surface and breathe. Incredibly, they can live over 200 years. Like some other whales, the bowhead whale has a tiny vestigial pelvis bone that is not connected to the spine, but is a clear indicator of its evolutionary ancestry to land-dwelling mammals. That looks very deathy. All looks very deathy. Some of this stuff looks more man-made than this stuff. And the kind of natural-looking rocks. Is this where we're going? Find a way to jump across the chasm, yeah. inventory. Jetpack discovered an abandoned workshop. Well, more like a work area than a real shop. Lots of junk around, but someone left a functioning jetpack here. I guess they were repairing it. In any case, it seems designed to work with our EVA suits. Hopefully I can use this to get across the chasm. Uses the same mechanic as the last one. It feels like something went wrong here. Everything is dried up, dead. This whole region looks like the aerial photographs after a nuclear test. There are hints that there used to be life, but now there isn't. Watermarks on the rocks, erosion, but that's gone too. And bits of carcasses, whale, fish, plant remains maybe. This is what the Atlantic would look like if it just disappeared. No, that's the wrong word. If it was nuked, evaporated. Look, there's a ring majigger. Or is that where we started? That's where we started, wasn't it, I think?
Log 271. Our ability to control the organism is truly remarkable, and only limited now to our imagination. This has presented some rather remarkable results for most of us. However, for one individual in our group, the physiological response has been troubling.
What creature are they controlling? The shape-shifting creature? Does this go forever? I assumed this thing would have a limit. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Remission. Mustered the courage for another blood draw today. I was certain last week's lab test was an anomaly. I've seen false hope in cancer patients before, so I was terrified to try it again. Now my terror is elation. The new test shows absolutely no doubt my cancer is in remission. How is this possible? I was resolved to the certainty of my situation, but now, hope. Can only guess there is some environmental factor at work to cause such a dramatic improvement in my health. Still, I wonder if any of this is real. But does it matter? I think, and world changes before my eyes. I imagine and I am healed. Maybe the how of it matters less than the outcome. That way madness lies.
You're getting closer. We can feel it.
Uh-oh.
We feel everything.
Well, I hate to share more bad news, but now I'm hearing voices. Was that the scientist? How is she talking to us?
There's definitely the Watson doctor, right? Is it Dr. Watson? Oh.
There seems to be some kind of energy source in these rocks. I was able to use one to activate that ring-like structure.
What I'm gonna do, buddy, I'm just gonna check if there's anything going on over here. Doesn't look like it. Why are there seagull sounds? I'm going through it just yet. There's the console there. What's this? Achievo for find a disturbing artifact. For discovering this scuba stuff. Is they're not just gonna... See, I thought when you put a picture of it, I was gonna say from the previous one there was a picture of the lake house, right? And it took us to the lake house. Whereas this time we put a picture of where we... What's happening? Return the energy rock to the activation. To the activation point. Oh. Why are we doing this? This is different. Okay.
We've made it a path for you. Please hurry.
Wait, she wants us to come now. In addition to the energy sources in the green rocks, the devices here also seem to require some sort of seed object. So far these have come in the form of a visual token such as a photograph. The system uses these like blueprints to somehow implant the structure of a particular object or objects into an energy rock. Thus, the creations here are all directed, inspired by visual cues. The phenomenon mimics the inputs, though sometimes in unexpected or spectacular ways. Ooh.
We remember the stories. We remember everything.
Does feel very bottom of the ocean, doesn't it?
Watch out! Holy crap, what's happening?
Look at it. What's that? Seagulls again. Lighthouse. Guess we go down. Ooh. God, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Here we go. Oh God. No, don't go that way. I was just trying to have a look in the thing. Was someone actually on these beaches back on Earth, or did they just hear the story? Either way, this place is painted from memory. Burned out ships, blood on the sand, a grim museum come to life with the horror of war. If the phenomenon can create scenes like this from someone's memory, what happens when the wrong memory is introduced? What happens when PTSD manifests? What else are we going to find out? Well, there's more than one. Another ring thing. It's quite a big area. But up here. With some effort, I managed to climb out of the lifeless ocean bed. Reach some sort of dried up seashore. There's a derelict boardwalk nearby. I haven't met up with the scientist, but could all this be her handiwork? Seems the work of a troubled mind, but who am I to say? I continue to question my own sanity. I keep hoping I'll wake up from this fever dream. There's another ring thing. Look. Wasn't this the thing that made me go weird and... yeah. Follow this green path here. Oh, I can't get enough up. Maybe I need to activate something to get stairs built. That these things are just a way of traversing a big gap quicker. Essentially. I don't think I can get into those things. It's glowing over there. There's a ring over there, so let's go have a look. Metal. That was like the thing we landed on when we... the first teleport we took. I wish I could say I'm near death, for death at least is an end. Instead, what looms ahead is an eternity in physical and mental isolation. For weeks we enjoyed invigorating discussions on physics, philosophy, consciousness, and increasingly more abstract and complex ideas. My words can't begin to describe the substance of our revelations. But suddenly, just as our insights accelerated, the technician became unhinged. The brilliance was still there, but it became a quest for knowledge driven by cruelty. His latest creations have grown erratic and increasingly violent. Shortly, he directed his malice towards me and the others. For the last week, he's been experimenting with a labyrinth of some sort. Just yesterday, he unleashed an attack that rendered me unable to take my human form. He said it was in jest, but I'm worried that this will soon be my fate. A curse that would be hard enough for anyone. But after achieving such heights of knowledge and experience, I don't know if I can survive even a day of this torturous imprisonment of the mind. Only a barbaric god could summon the jealous hatred to inflict such eternal contempt, but I suppose this is what he has become. He has tasted the tree of knowledge and will have it shared with no one. It just reminds me. Where was the thing about... See, the technicians come up from the start. The engineer. Oh, my engineer suggested revising the power input. But then the technician gets worried. The technician was on a break of brink down yesterday. Do I need to, like, convince it to come around here? Ooh! Hold on. There we go. What's happening? Oh, there we go.
And so, you've come. We never expected a visitor. Do you have any idea of the danger of this place?
No? We didn't come here on purpose.
Do you even know the power here? You see a barren wasteland. I see the ocean resort where I holidayed as a child. I think, and it becomes real.
Hold on, we've missed some stuff. I finally met the lead scientist from the research center. This is her world, in every way. Her ability to manipulate the phenomenon has enabled her to utterly transform the environment with her mind. What began as a dry and empty world is now a lush coastal biome teeming with life. Or at least it appears to be. As real as these transformations seem, they are approximations. In particular, the ocean water does not seem to be an actual fluid. Visually it looks like salt water, but on close inspection it is something far different. And then we got a document. My father was in the war. He was older than the other men, so they put him in charge. They built these forts to protect the waterways, and he was stationed out there for months. At night he could see fish swimming under the towers in the moonlight. At first I was startled to see these structures materialize here. I had seeded the device with a photo of the oceanside boardwalk where our family frequently went on holiday. But the system was somehow able to extract other memories associated with the ocean. Father's war stories from the coast loomed large in my childhood. More puzzling was how the ocean water has been simulated. The organism itself is like a pervasive network of root-like strands, a fantastic community of individual animals that can join to mimic myriad structures and shapes. This only works for solid forms. So how did it create the water? With some investigation we found the answer. Lighter than air seed spores, akin to pollen. These microscopic particles are emitted, propelled into the air. The creatures then illuminate the spores from below to create a sort of hologram effect that for all the world looks like the ocean waves, foam and mist. We're truly in the presence of a magnificent life form. I hope our interactions are not detrimental to it or us. Does that mean I can walk on the water, or does that mean that I can't walk on the water? Grab on. There we go. The cancer has returned. It was a dull ache at first, but as the days went by, it's become a throbbing pain. I know what this means, and I'm actually aware of why it's happening. Try as I might, I will never forget the pain this illness unleashed on my sister all those years ago. This world that has so much creative power can also fuel our sicknesses. I had hoped my work with the organism had eliminated the threat, but his corruptions are like a virus, always mutating and evading our best defences. The engineer speaks of a solution, but I fear it may be too late for our colleague. And for me. I assume that's the technician that's off his nut. Right, here's a photo of this place. Anything around here? Oh, here we go. Another experiment. No, not. What? Do I need to grab that one, put that one in there? Ooh. God. No, it's just the wrong way around. Look, there's a little hash pattern on that one. Okay. Well, we're zapping the things. Here we go. I thought there'd be one of those upwards thingies here. Or are they just focusing the light on the next portal out of here? Maybe they're just focusing their sources rather than the destination. I think that's probably what it is. Yeah, we head back to the ring, which is now powered. I really want to know how long I've got left.
Be cautious in the farmlands. I can't help you there. Find the engineer, and for all our sakes, I hope you survive.
Like, is it worth pushing through? Or because it's 12:15, do we call it there? And maybe get half an hour of game in the start of the next stream, and then also struggle to split it up. I just want like a list of the level names. Maybe. Does such a thing exist? Achievements would help, actually. There's quite a lot of achievements left. More than I've 6 out of 17. I imagine most of them are just story-based ones. So maybe let's call it there. It's late enough. It is intriguing. We shall find out what happens next time. Anyway, cheers for hanging out. Cheers for watching. We'll be back on Tuesday. Right, Tuesday. I assume we'll finish this off. In the meantime, enjoy Monday as best you can. And yeah, look after yourselves and each other. Good night.